What does it mean to honor a child's authentic voice, especially when it doesn't look typical?
So, yeah, this is all of these questions are just amazing. It's so important. I think we see a lot in autistic children, echolalia and scripting. And unfortunately, in the past, it's something that should be extinguished or ignored, which is absolutely devastating that was ever the philosophy. Because, when a child is communicating by scripting, by using a line from their favorite movie or the TV show or a song, they are communicating something. And I think it's very, very important to acknowledge that is their authentic communication right now, that their authentic communication is scripting. And so we need to provide, again, do that detective work to see what it actually means. And again, that is, like you beautifully said earlier, modeling what we think they want to say. And then once we land, like children will tell us, like, yep, that's what I was trying to communicate, and then model that language for them. So, if a child is, I can actually give you a real life example, which is really, really cool. We had a child that we were seeing who's a Gestalt language processor. So he used a lot of scripts, he used a lot of echolalia to communicate. And when we first started working with him, he would come in and at times in the sessions would say the babies on the bus go wah wah wah, and we're like, oh, he wants to listen to Wheels on the Bus, so we'd play Wheels on the Bus, but he would continue to say it, and he didn't seem happy about it when he was saying it. There was kind of like this an emotion tied to it. So we started tracking when he was saying it, what emotion he had. And we actually saw a pattern that every time he would say, the babies on the bus go wah, 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 was when we were doing an activity that might have been too hard for him, or that he needed a break, or that he didn't like the activity. And so his script was tied to an emotion which had a very, very significant meaning. It was an emotion of, I don't like this, I don't want this, I'm uncomfortable, this is too hard, I need a break. And we, by modeling that, by figuring that out and doing that detective work, and then providing him the language model to use, we were honoring his communication. We didn't just ignore it. Like, he just wants to listen to Wheels on the Bus again. We really wanted to figure out what he wanted. So I think that's really, really important, like honoring all forms of communication and valuing how children express themselves.